Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, I am going to be working on a whip that I have in Wild Winter. This is a buddy color with the lovely Megan over at Disney Meg's Coloring. I will put her Instagram and YouTube channels link in the description below. I'm going to apologize for my voice, and hopefully I can get through some time with you guys today. Yeah, let me take a sip of my tea here and we'll get started. Warm tea is just about the best thing. So if you can't tell, I am a little bit sick. I caught something. I don't know exactly what it was. I know it wasn't COVID, but other than that, I don't know what it was. I had a rough couple of days. Let's I'll talk to you guys about that here in a second, but first I want to get some colors pulled. So I'm going to be working on the background. I know it's not super exciting for you guys to watch, but I've had a couple of requests about how I would do a pencil background. While Black Widows aren't technically my favorite for pencil backgrounds, I typically use Prismacolors. But I am going to attempt, because there are so many beautiful pinks and peaches and creams in this Black Widow set. So I'm gonna try to use some of these today. So I just need to pick out a few colors. So first I definitely want this milk color, because that is a wonderful color. And then I'm gonna go, I want this to be pretty pink in the background, but I also want to have some cream colors and a little bit, just a tiny little bit, not like super peach, but like more like this light pink or this ice cream color. So I'm actually going to grab both of those. Actually, this light pink is one of my favorite colors. And then I grabbed ice cream. Yeah, and then I think I'm just going to go with like probably that Lady Jane color, which is from the Dragon set. And then I want a little bit darker pink, so maybe like, well, yeah, let's go to this Delicious Pink, which is this one from the Scorpion set. And then we've got, I want one darker pink. I love this cyanide color, but I think that one is just about a goner. It's a really tiny one, so that's from the original Black Widow set. Let's go with this rosy and see how that works. And that's also from the Dragon set. So okay, let me get a backer in here. Okay, gave my pencils a sharpen, and now I think we'll just go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start actually with this, yeah, I'm going to start with this Lady Jane color and see what we're doing. I'm going to start up in this corner and see how I can go about this today. So my idea is to do a page similar to, well, of course I don't have it down here, so I will post it up on screen, similar to this other page that I did a pencil background on recently in a Maria Trolle book. I did it all with Prismacolors, so this might not work out quite exactly the same, but it was still a fun thing to do. So basically I just went around the edges of everything with the main color, and then added in like the darker colors and blended, just kept doing layer after layer after layer. So really that's how I do the majority of my background work, is to just keep adding layers. It's not super exciting, and it's not like there's, you know, any other special technique to it. It's just a bunch of layers. Oops, I think I was supposed to do a dark pink color on that. And I think I have, I'm pretty sure it was this color. I hope so, because that's what it is now. Yeah, I think that's the right color. I did use some alcohol markers for the base of the flamingo, the girl, the darker pink flowers. I added a little bit of pink on the tree branches. I kind of want this to be like a super, super pink page, and then have like some cream here and there to break it up. And then some really soft, nice gold, like in the centers of the flowers and like the swirls of the flamingo. I'm going to apologize if I have sniffles. I will try to minimize those as best I can, but sometimes it just kind of comes out and you don't realize it. So speaking of the sickness, and I feel like I'm going to be sounding super whiny this episode. So if that is not your thing, like if you don't want to just sit here and hear me whine, I apologize. This is an outlet that I have, and you all tend to be so supportive and understanding, and this is just kind of where I go to get out, some of the frustrations and some of the woe is me kind of things. So I just wanted to preface it by saying that, like, I know that this is nothing is terribly wrong, but enough stuff just kind of went wonky this week that I just felt the need to whine a little bit. Also, sorry for the weird cuts. If there are many in this video, I do apologize, because I don't want you guys to hear me like blowing my nose and sniffling uncontrollably, or if I have to cough or whatever. So, so this week has been a little rough. It started out really nice. My son came home this weekend, and he did give us all a warning that he was a little sick from all of the stuff that he did at school. He had like his whole, they call it Bridge Week at his school, and so it's basically everybody kind of they put the kids in groups, and they have like the same group of students that they go around with, and they learn things about campus. They learn things about the city that they live in, and just all kinds of neat things. And he was able to meet a whole bunch of people. But of course, since there are so many people in, these smaller areas, germs get passed around, and he got a little bit of a cold. So by the time he came home, he just had a little bit of a sniffle and seemed to be okay otherwise. And that was Sunday. And Monday seemed like a normal day. And then Tuesday was my daughter's birthday. It was her 21st birthday. And she's not really one to celebrate, but she did let me take her out to breakfast that morning. So we got a little dressed up. We looked really cute, and went even, my mom was able to meet us out. We had breakfast. We had a wonderful breakfast. It's one of my favorite places to go. And then we went after breakfast, and we took some pictures, and just felt really cute, and we're just having a fun time. And then about, I don't know, maybe 1 o'clock or so, I started feeling really bad, and I was just like, what is going on? And was like, I couldn't stay awake anymore, and my head started hurting really bad, and I was getting really bad, like, sinus pressure. It was so bad, my teeth were hurting, like, it was just not fun. And then I went and picked up my daughter from school, and she was feeling bad, and then my other daughter was feeling bad, and we just all got sick, all on the same day. And then Yeah, and then so the past 2 days have been real bad, real rough. I was not able to do anything. Like, I was non-functioning for a good couple of days. Like, I was asleep the majority of the time. I could not keep my eyes open. I had the worst sinus pressure, headache, everything. Like, my whole face hurt. Like I said, my teeth hurt. Everything hurt so bad. And which one did I start? Okay, I'm going to try this delicious pink and see what this does. And yeah, so it was just rough. It was just really rough. And both the girls were sick as well. And then they started feeling better. And then I wasn't still. I was just like, come on, let's hurry this process up. But then yesterday evening, I was able to at least stay awake, and I was able to get up and move around a little bit. Able to cook a little bit of dinner. I made half of it. My older daughter made the other half, so that was nice. And yeah, it was just rough. My husband did not get sick, thankfully. I think he would have killed us all if he had, because he had a soccer game this week. He had some other practices that he didn't want to miss because they're really trying to work hard so that they can be awfully good this year. And yeah, it was just something else this weekend. Okay, so these are not working the same at all as my Prismacolors would, but that's not too bad. I just kind of have to make sure that I get the lighter colors in there before I start blending in too much. Now, because these Black Widows blend really well, but sometimes you still see some of the lines that I don't necessarily want to see, so I can come in with some Gamsol and blend things around that way. And then I'm going to use the darkest colors, and this isn't as dark as I thought it would be. But I just want to use that in a couple of areas and then kind of lighten it up as I move outwards from that section. Huh. Well, I'm not sure how much of this I'm actually going to like. So let's start with this color now. Here, and we're gonna, and I don't want like giant chunks of this darker color. I just want it to be a little bit like the other picture that I put on screen for you guys, but I don't know if that's going to work well or not. Yeah, I'm not loving that. Let me get my Gamsol and see if I can blend that out a little bit. And then we'll finish this area up here with the Black Widows, but maybe I'll switch to the Prismas on my on the bottom part. We'll see. Hang on just a second. Okay, I have some Gamsol on my blending stump here. I'm just going to kind of blend that out as best I can. Yeah, see, that blends right out there. I lightened it up quite a bit, which is kind of what I was going for. I didn't want it to be quite so dark, and well, maybe that'll work then. Okay, so I'll keep this Gamsol handy along with my blending stump and just kind of go from there. Okay, so I'm going to add this darkest color in just a few spots and see how that goes. Since I have that lighter shade of pink kind of down everywhere else, this should blend well. That's typically how I use Black Widows, is I'll have a layer of a light color down, and then from there we'll blend out and blend on top of things. And yeah, I've used Black Widows on backgrounds before, but Maybe this paper doesn't like them. I don't know. I can't remember if I've ever used Black Widows on mythographic books before. Let's see what else. So yeah, I thankfully had pre-recorded several videos, so you guys probably didn't even notice. I mean, it's not like I was, I wasn't visibly absent, so thankfully I was able to get some videos out to you guys still. And then I did have some pages done ahead of time as well. So I had pages that I was able to post on Instagram. So it probably just appeared to the world that I was, as active as as I normally was. And it was just lying in bed for 2.5 days straight. I did send my daughter to school this morning, and she's still congested, but she doesn't have a fever any longer. And yesterday, while I was still trying to recover, both her and my older daughter were like jumping around, giggling and laughing. Like they had all the energy in the world. And I'm just like, okay, everybody's doing stuff tomorrow. You're going to school, you're cleaning up, you're doing this. Like nobody is sitting on their butts tomorrow. I said, even if I don't feel great, I'm still going to get up and do a few things around the house that, of course, because I was out of commission for 2.5 days, it's like my entire house falls apart. I'm not going to sit here and say that nobody else does anything, because that would be a lie. People help me out an awful lot around the house. It just seems that anytime I get sick and I'm not like specifically asking people to do stuff, like nothing gets done. So if I get sick and I take a day off, or, in this case, 2.5 days because I was that sick, it's like I come back and everything just needs to be done. And I'm sure it's that way for everybody. And again, I know I have people here to help. I do have help on occasion, and I'm not, I don't typically have to do all this stuff by myself. So I am spoiled. I get all of that, but it's just like, it's frustrating. It's so frustrating. When I'm sick, I'm just like, you guys know what to do. You know what needs to be done. You have eyes in your head. Just do the things that need to be done. And save me the headache of it when I come back to life. Like, just help me out. That's all I'm asking. And typically doesn't happen. Although my husband did do some laundry, but only because he didn't have any clothes clean. So he was like, I need this for, my game, or I need this for practice. And since I hadn't done that laundry, it was still sitting there, and so he did it. But it was still funny because he was like huffing, and he was like, ugh, I can't believe I have to do this. I'm like, whatever, just do it. Stop. You don't hear me whining and crying every time I have to do the dishes or do the laundry, which are just the worst. Why are they just the worst chores on the face of the planet? They're like my, I don't know, it's like my arch nemesis are those two things, because they're never done. There's always more to do. Okay, so I grabbed a cream, which is a little bit more of a yellow tone, because I want this to be warmed up a little bit more. So I'm hoping you can see that as I'm coloring over some of these places where it was lighter. I kind of like that yellowy mixed in there. And I think once I put the light gold color in here, it's really going to go well with that. Yeah, this might not be, you know, exactly the same as the other colored pencil background, but I seriously, every time I do a color pencil background, it turns out differently. Like I never have like an exact plan unless I use like my circle templates, and that's about the only time that I would say that things turn out similarly. And this is basically just me kind of flipping from one pencil to another, trying to blend things out as best I can. Like this back here is all going to get blended out again because it just seems too dark for me. I'm going to put the milk away because it wasn't quite as dark as I wanted it to be. Quite as warm, I guess, as I wanted it to be. All right, let's try, you know what, let's see, I'm gonna grab that fudge color. That's another one that I love. So this is from the Monarch set, and this is it's like a warmer pink as well, but it's still light, and I really like it. So yeah, this is basically just gonna be kind of a hodgepodge of shifting colors in the background, and we'll just keep layering until I feel like it looks right. Like I don't feel like that looks bad in this corner, you know. Let's do, all right, so I'm just gonna hold all those pinks there. Let me grab a brown, a couple browns. I'm gonna do a really light wood. So I like this fawn and the light mocha. I really like both of those colors. So we'll see which one of these works better. But I kind of want to keep that. Okay, which one is this? This is the light mocha. I kind of want to keep those pinker highlights in there, and that the brown is like the dark. This is the darker color of the branch. Yeah, that looks okay. I might add in a little bit of a darker tone. Couple places, but I want that pink to kind of show through too, so let me see. I'm gonna try that mud color, see if I can get that to be nice and dark in there. Yeah, that'll work. I feel like this light mocha would be good to kind of blend into the pink a little bit. Okay. Let me get some of this mud color up here. Hope you guys can see what I'm doing. I probably should have zoomed you in a little bit. Let me do that now. Hopefully that you'll be able to see a little bit better what I'm actually doing. So I've got that mud color in here, and I'm just going to blend that out a little bit with that light mocha. And then use the fawn color to blend out into the pink a little bit so that I don't have like white. Yeah. All right, let's get this little bit down here. So I'm going to use this light mocha, color all the areas where there's no pink. Got a hidden object right there. That's not super hidden, actually. I didn't really. I can go back over it with some white Posca and layer again with my my pencils. Oops. All right. So just kind of blending that out with the fawn. I think that looks pretty good. I'm going to add in some more mud here. So I've got in like the really darkest areas underneath the snow a little bit. This area back here because that's a little bit of a darker branch. And then use this fawn color to blend things into the pink. Yeah, so probably wherever they've got like a little bit of shadow, I'll probably add in a little bit of that brown color, and then just that darker mud color, and then just try to blend it out a little bit with these lighter browns. All right, let me get some of this up here, because you know that snow would be creating a little bit of a shadow. Let me see. So channel news. This week I did release my completed pages and whips in my Camellia Angel Cova books. There are not very many at all. So it was mostly just like quick flip throughs of some of the books. I also shared a haul with you. I was definitely, I mean, it wasn't a super huge haul or anything, and I didn't go crazy with, you know, what I did buy, but definitely some retail therapy going on this month, so I could, I don't know, deal with my son moving out and my daughter moving back home and all of the changes that were happening. Yeah, I do have another collection video scheduled for next week. I currently have no other plans for videos. I have a list, a huge list of all kinds of videos that I want to make, but I am not planning on anything currently. So other than these weekend whips, I don't have any definite plans. So you may see something else from me next week. It might just be the collection video, and then soon thereafter will be the finished pages for August. So it just kind of depends on, you know, how I'm feeling, what I can actually feel like I can get done. And then I know I've mentioned this before, but next month I have a couple buddy colors already set up, but I'm going to be kind of taking it easy. Next month I'm just going to kind of color when I want to color, and you know, it's not stressful. Like I feel like that's a terrible thing to say, because I really enjoy these buddy colors. Like I had two people reach out to me as soon as I had said that when I posted the video about my favorite books, and one of them was Europa from Rita Berman, and I hadn't colored anything in it. I immediately had two wonderful people reach out to me to do buddy colors in it, hoping that that would kind of help me kind of get into the swing of things and kind of get over that block, whatever it was. And I've got one, I just posted one this month, and it was with Imogen, and then next month I have one with the lovely Bee, and I just really appreciated that, and I would not have colored in that book if it hadn't been for those people reaching out to me. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoy my buddy colors. I really do. It's just I tend to not want to say no to people or to not want to put people off. And so I might overschedule myself. And so this next month I'm taking kind of control of that, and trying not to overschedule. But I really do enjoy the buddies. I mean, you know, it helps me color pages that I might never have colored otherwise. It helps me, like I said, get over, you know, any kind of blocks that I have, you know, like I don't know why exactly I couldn't color in Europa. And once I started, it was just a beautiful, I had so much fun, and I love the way my page turned out. I don't know. But yeah, I don't want you guys to think that I don't love the buddy colors, because I really do. I tend not to say no to people. So yeah, so I do have a couple set for next month already, and that's going to be kind of it for next month. But I will let you guys know as soon as I feel like I'm good to start doing that again. Yeah, because I mean, this is really my hobby, and it's my de-stressing, and I just don't want it to feel like a job, you know? So I feel like I kind of go through spurts with this as well. Like, I think you guys have seen me kind of go through different things throughout the past year and a half that I've been doing this. We all have our ups and downs with our hobby, and well, I'm not necessarily down right now. I just need a relaxing month where I just color whatever the heck I want. Okay. I am going to do a little bit of the snow so you guys can kind of see what I'm going to do there. So I'm going to take another one of those pink colors. Let me see, which one do I want? I'm going to start with this. Actually, I'm going to start with a light pink. And I'm going to do a light layer over that. Very light. And then I'm going to add in a little bit of shadow at the base of it. Blend that out a little bit so the snow will have just a slight hint of pink. And then, so it's going to be one of two paint pens. I have not decided which yet. So I have a pink paint pen here, but I also have some white ones, and I'm just going to go ahead and grab this. Okay, I have both of these kind of shook up, so I'm going to see what it looks like with the pink. Oh, that one might be a little bit dark, because that is kind of a darker pink. So let's try this white. I also have an ivory, but I might save that for like these little balls, these little circles everywhere. I might save that for that. So the snow will all be still white, but the yeah, so there's that. And then I'm also going to take, now I have some new fun things, and I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet, but for the for these the little dots everywhere, I have this Pops of Color, and I have it in a, like, this is like a pearl satin color, and this is like a glitter, what is this one? Glitter snowflake. So, I mean, that one might be appropriate. But I also just have stickles. And I feel like maybe the Pops of Color ones are, because they're made by, who are they made by? That's made by scrapbook.com. But these dry, these guys dry dimensionally. So it would definitely, like, pop up. So I might hold off on those and just do some stickles and kind of smooth it out a little bit. So I've got just, I don't even know what color this one is, but I'm just going to get some stickles kind of on there, and then we'll just have sparkly snow everywhere. I think that's what I'm going to do there. And then I do have a couple of metallic paints that I might use. I have, let me grab those really quick. Okay, so I have these two sets from Cosmic, oh shoot, I just, I didn't get it, I don't think. Okay, I didn't smear it too bad, just a little bit. Gosh, my head, you guys, is not where it needs to be right now. Anyway, I have this lovely set. Oh, there it is. It's all over the back of this one. I have this lovely set, which this pink in here might be something fun to use as a color for some of these snowflakes. And then I have these lighter golds, and I think I still have yeah, I do. Okay. I have a couple of the color charts. I'm going to scoot this up out of the way so I don't do that again. Jeez. So here is the color chart for all the gold ones, and I feel like these two colors up here would probably be really good for like the snowflakes, and maybe not the snowflakes, but definitely the metallic-y swirls around in there. I feel like I want these to be some kind of metallic swirl. And although it would be easier to use it as a, what am I trying to say? With a gel pen or something, I like the colors. So here's this, this pink color, and I'm hoping you can kind of see. I mean, it's just a really soft pink, but it might be too cool of a tone. So yeah, so that's gonna be one of these colors right here is gonna definitely be for the swirly bits, and probably like the centers of the flowers, and I'll do a little bit of pencil shading on the flowers too. So yeah, get the stickles back onto where it needs to be, because that was frustrating. And when I do this, I just put a little bit on there, and then I use the nozzle to kind of paint it on. Yeah. And then it kind of just settles itself after a little while. I do have this little set that I got from the Art Spirits. But I don't know that any of these, like maybe this glitter gold one would be pretty somewhere. But yeah, I don't know about that yet. I really like these ones that are just like the glittery clear kind of color, but again, not sure. We'll figure it out. So yeah, so I'm hoping to get this done by the end of the month. All right, so this is what the page looks like. I mean, it's not gonna get done anytime soon, I don't think, but I do feel like it'll be cute when it is done. And I loved, Megan she's finished her page at the beginning of the month, and it's gorgeous. And I really wanted to get this done earlier in the month, and things just kept popping up, and other body colors that I had, I mean, it was just, yeah, I'm not going to go into that again. Anyway, thank you guys for sitting and listening to me today, and just being there. I really appreciate every comment, every like, every view of my videos. You guys are awesome, and I completely feel all the good vibes that you send my way. So thank you for that. And yeah, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.